So let's just begin with an Om together, and sacred sound in your heart, tradition, whatever that sound or vibration is for you. Let's actually do it 3 times, and just also as a way of connecting ourselves and sending healing energy to each other and within as well. Shanti, Shanti, Shalom, Salaam, Amen. Harihi Om Tat Sat. God is the infinite truth that manifests as the essence of all things, at the heart of all creation. And please join me in just amplifying a prayer to all beings, to the essential goodness in all beings. And I will emphasize that again and say, in all beings. That essence of the Creator in all. So we wish to all beings peace, happiness, to awaken to the light of their true nature. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. That means no exceptions. So just reaching your arms up toward the great central sun, source of energy. Breathing in, breathing out toward the great mystery, toward galaxies and stars and this majestic creation that we are all a part of. I'm taking a big freedom breath, bringing the light and the ray of freedom into your mind. to heal your mind. Bringing it down into your heart. Fill your heart with light. And in this time of great transformation, of awakening, may we each embody the light of love and truth, like a lighthouse for others. May we all embody the light of compassion, of caring, and may we also stay loving and truthful with ourselves. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. You just mute my computer. So, love and greetings to everyone. Riding the waves together. And it's just as important to feel with our hearts as it is to see with our eyes. Open our ears. Practice healing speech. And to spend time in contemplation, reflection, stillness. To tap into the soul. This is evolution time. Not just mind, and especially not just reactive mind. Reactive mind is like it's like when you get stung and how you react. And in the ancient yogic scriptures, they talk about that mind sometimes being so reactive, it's like a drunken monkey stung by 1,000 scorpions. And we get caught in this negative cycle, and we create more and more of that energy. This is not an easy time. This is a time where so many patterns in our bodies, in our families, in our DNA, in our global family, in our human structures are being brought to light, up for review. Cognitive dissonance is this phrase that's being used where you're being presented with new information that may actually invalidate some of our old belief systems, and the mind just is in a state of confusion. I really believe with all my heart that if we're practicing yoga, but I mean the big yoga, I don't just mean asanas, I don't just mean, a more limited belief system in any form, but really trying to encompass a vision of universal love, universal brotherhood and sisterhood, that we have to stretch ourselves now. We have to also take responsibility for where we are being reactive, where we are not seeing, where we are defaulting to our old patterns. Not so much in judgment and as a way to, be hard on ourselves, but as a way to really be courageous and see, where we're limiting ourselves, where we're adding our limited energy to the bigger equation. And it is possible, even in the difficult times, challenging times, to find refuge, to find sweetness, peace, healing, love, because everything is existing at the same time, always. This was always true. You can, of course, unless the physical, material circumstance is so difficult and challenging, which happens, then our choices are much more limited. We've talked about that before. But most of us, most of the time, are in a place right now, and most of us meaning even our ability just to tune in here and self-reflect. There's a lot of choice. Social media and media, I wrestle with myself. There are many times that I just want to completely unplug for good, honestly. And I have friends on all sides of what I'll call the spectrum. And there's a lot of different viewpoints out there about what's happening right now. And there's a lot of fear, and there's a lot of anger, and a lot of blame. And there's also a lot of love. So with respect to everyone's self-evolution wave right now and where they are in their own reflecting and healing and growth and ability to tune into truth, everyone's welcome here. To come back to the heart. And that's also why I stay on the social media. Of course, for my work and being able to share, but also there's so many beautiful connections that happen. And the possibility of each of us sharing with each other healing and truth and reflection and wisdom and kindness and all of these wonderful qualities that are actually the ones that are going to transform our planet. Not more hate, not more negativity, not more judgment, not more blame. Our world will only transform through love and love in action. They need each other. So this is a little sanctuary for us in our spiritual practice to just reset, come back to our core spirit connection and truth. Whatever that may be for you, that inner knowing. And back to the heart. So the awareness and meditation I wanted to share today, and I wanted to also include the Soul Sangha group on Facebook. So this is an extension of our Patreon community. So thank you to everyone in the Patreon group for being that route to share outwards, to include more people. It is so important on so many levels to activate the heart, because the heart is on many levels. You have a physical heart, which we know how important that is. And I mentioned that last week. I've had 4 close friends who all spiritual healers, all had heart surgery in the last, 6 weeks. So we know how important that physical heart is, that sacred drum that beats, dong dong, dong dong, dong dong, Shiva's drum, the damaru. But our emotional heart, that heart that is that place that holds our deep feelings, our emotion, our energy and motion with life, that moves with life, that we are feeling life, which is connected to the mind. And our spiritual heart, which is that innermost cave, the hridayam in the yoga tradition, the place of Hari, the divine, in each of us. Yes, Republicans too, and Democrats too. Everyone. This is the problem that's happening now, is we're defaulting into reactive mind and not seeing that we forget that deeper reality. So we have the heart on all these levels, also your pranic heart, the breath, connected to the vital breath in each moment. So the heart is really a place of, and we've shared a lot on this over the years, so I'm not going to go into it much now. And actually, I'm going to do the second episode of the Soul Session podcast this week, and I'm going to talk in more detail about this for those that would like to hear more. But just today, simply, you already understand, how important it is to keep activating the heart. And the piece I want to add today is that in the same way that our DNA codes are turning on and off every day, that there are codes that we're not even using yet, that haven't been activated yet. We have an evolutionary DNA system, like codes of light. We also have an evolutionary heart. It's through the spiritual heart that we can tap into the soul, that we can tap into a deeper sense of peace, of love, connection to source, a deeper knowing, a deeper love, empathy, kindness that is so essential now in our world as we repattern our world. Every revolution that's happened in human history that didn't have a higher ideal and belief that it was so grounded in and so committed to, just ended up repeating the same imbalance and corruption that was happening before it. And if we don't understand that now, we will do the same. This, the spiritual wisdom that is available to us right now through the great teachers and traditions is about not just repeating the same political suicide and mob mentality that has been repeated for thousands of years. We must consider, we talk a lot about critical thinking, the importance of critical thinking. So I say this with the ignorance of not being a scientist, but I have studied it for a long time. And I really believe that our system of critical thinking is very flawed because it does not include the intelligence of the heart, the feminine wisdom, and it does not include the wisdom of the indigenous people and the understanding, the knowing that we are connected to the earth and her cycles and to each other. And so that is a big flaw, because we can still create in our critical thinking models pesticides and poisons that are detrimental to life, nuclear weapons, you see, and justify all of that. The male mind, the logic, has its higher octave and lower octave. It has its resonance and it has its distortion. The feminine mind has both also. The deepest part of that is the Divine Mother. It's the feminine wisdom of life. And we must bring that into our systems now. It means adding the heart to the mind. Right? Remember the words Philos and Sophia. Philos is love. Sophia is wisdom. This is the pinnacle. This is the ultimate merging together. Philosophy as Philos and Sophia. And we can each do that by practicing that, by embodying that. It was Buddha that said, hatred never ceases by hatred. Only by love alone does hatred cease. This is an eternal law. So I be honest with you, I felt a little uninspired this morning as I began to set up for the session. Just felt a little overwhelmed with a few things, including the technology and the setup, and I realized I needed to shift and just found a way to open and what wanted to come through. So it's this, and the meditation that we're going to do today is much more of a dynamic meditation. And you can create your own dynamic meditations. I like to refer to Osho sometimes in meditation because he said once you understand what meditation truly is, anything you do can become meditation. Washing the dishes with your deep presence, maybe chanting mantra or just getting into it because it needs to be done and it is life, and you can breathe and feel into everything that you do and make the food and make art, make healing, make love, make the different things that are part of your life. It's what you bring to it and to put your heart into it. So we're going to do a little activation. I'll just explain it simply and then we'll go into it. So it'll be about 20 minutes or so. We'll do some dynamic movement, energetic movements, just to get the energy meridians open, circulating. And we're going to use some breath. So breath to open the pranic body. And then sound, the honeybee mantra, just that deep Brahmari humming to really turn the vagus nerve on, get the mind and the heart and also the concentration moving. And then we'll go into the meditation, which is very open because it's about you tapping into your own field. But the suggestion I'll make is to, and I'll say a few things when we get there, but just to really go inward toward your own center, how you feel that. You can use mudra. So we use a lot the Hakini mudra, all the fingertips touching, including the thumb. You can have that here or here. Or you can use chin mudra. Mudras are a way to help recirculate the energy through the meridians. And you can also use mantra, especially when the mind is more busy or distracted or maybe some negative patterns. Focus on a sacred mantra for you or prayer. And then in the time where you really feel just deeply connected in the energy that's happening inside you, as Adya Shanti calls it, true meditation is when we flower, that's actually my word I'm adding, but we blossom into the experience of the one, right? It's like everything is like, in a sense, a training wheel to get us, a technique to get us to that place of just completely swimming in the ocean and being in the ocean. So, be free and just let this support you where you are now in whatever way that it needs to, in the group energy. I think there's about, between Zoom and Facebook, about 40 or so of us right now. So if you can't, just come on up, stand up. I'm going to just turn on the circuitry a little bit. So let's just take the arms way out for a moment. Think of just reaching out into your life, into our world, extending love and peace to others. Extending your energy out, but still staying grounded and centered. And now slowly, as if you're literally pulling the universe in, just bringing your hands slowly in toward the heart, moving through the resistance. And all the way in. And take a moment with your sankalpa, your intention. Whatever it is that you want to strengthen in yourself today. Big breath in and out. Drawing together your mind, your heart, your body, your soul, your spirit, which often get fragmented. To be of service to yourself and to our world, to each other. Just take into some movement. Let's do 9 wrist circles each way. 9 is completion, mastery. And this is also turns on your heart meridian, your lung meridian, intestines, triple warmer. So this is, in and of itself, all of these exercises actually are just great little energy tune-ups to turn your system on. Take a big breath. It takes a lot of courage to feel. And then 9 times with the hands. When you're ready, just go your own rhythm. Now, right in the center of the palm, Tala Hridaya, for the heart. Getting your vibrant heart, your energy heart turned on. And then we're going to go into the right arm, palm up, turn the hand open. Big inhale, stretch up, and then bend the knees down. So opening up the lung, the lymphatic system, the heart. And then maybe the last couple, try to go a little faster, just see how that feels. Yeah. And then 9-ish, back through center. Notice if you feel some sensation there. Right? Everything is connected like the great Mother Earth and all her systems, like a sacred web. Our body is the same, microcosm. Earth, water, fire, air, space all exist here as well. Ooh, 9 times. Awesome. And now let's do the hips 9 times also. Spiraling down through the feet. These are all prana muktasanas. Movements to free the prana. Sometimes, when you just go right to meditation, the body is, dealing with its karmas, and mind also with its karmas. Sometimes just some movement, energetic movements to really turn on your system are really helpful. Dynamic meditation, 9 times the ankles. Feel, just intuitively keep feeling your body in areas where you feel stagnation. Move it out with your mind, with your breath. And areas that feel really good, also embrace those. The vitality, appreciation. And the knees we should do also. Hands behind the head, knees soft. Just opening the lumbar, opening the side body, waist. You can feel the gentle stretching of the nerves in Hatha Yoga. It's a really important part of how we stimulate the positive electrical impulses through these circuits. Remember, you are energy. This is really important. As material reality is, as the matrix is transforming, remembering that you're an energetic being is very important. Okay, so now we're going to just kind of move it up now to the neck, throat, and the thyroid glands, knees soft, hands on thighs. And just really feel where that gentle edge is, not forced. And exhale down. Shoulders lift, which creates a nice space there. And shoulders relax as you go up 9 times. Big deep breaths. Feel also your thyroid. If you know you have a low thyroid, feel it getting some circulation, activation. If you have hyperthyroid, do it more in a calming way. If you're in the middle, just feel it reinforcing balance. Master gland. It's like a little, and do it with the eyes open at first, but if you have a lower thyroid to even, medium, you just and how's your jaw? We're still in the Leo month. Let's do a lion breath. So really stretch your tongue. Do another one. Stretch the tongue. Get the nerves in the back of the throat open. Eyes stretch up toward the third eye. Stretch all the muscles in the face. It's good to, they say it helps to heal the wrinkles. Wisdom lines stay though. Okay. Alright, we're going to do one last exercise. But first just sense how you feel. So last one for the heart. And we're going to think of this as just really activating, turning on, cleansing, balancing the energetic heart, as well as physical and spiritual. So hands at the heart. And you spiral in. Nourishing, feeding, strengthening the heart. Exhale, cleansing. And do it a few times. Really connect your breath into the heart. more cycles. Good. And then pause for a moment. Bring the hands to the heart. Center is not mind in the yoga tradition. Center is spirit. It's pure consciousness. Overly relying on the mind is a limitation. Balanced mind is mind and heart, body and soul. Come on down to the earth. Just stay in the mood and feeling. Okay, so if you're healthy and you know you can do Bastrika, we're just going to do a round of Bastrika. I'm going to start out gently for those that are not sure. Okay, so just arms up. We reach, tapping into a bigger energy source. And as you exhale, we come down, a little tap on the ribs. And you exhale through the nose. So just do about 10. Just more, if you're newer to it, just do it very gently at first. And think of clearing out negativity, clearing out stress. And those of you, if anyone has a serious medical condition, don't do it. Just breathe and relax, enjoy. All right, and then relax for a moment. So every day we need to move, we need to breathe, we need to meditate. Something I wanted to say earlier is that when we lose our ability to self-reflect, growth of consciousness stops. And this is very important to understand at this time. So the importance of the reflection of any organism to grow is essential, whether it's one of us or a political party or our human family. All right, now let's go into the heart, brain resonance breath. So those of you that know it, just go right into it, and we've been doing that in these last sessions. So if you're new to it, what we do is just start with exhale, long exhale through the nose, very calm, steady. And then try to inhale for 5 counts. Slight pause, and then exhale 5 counts. Slight pause and inhale. So if 5 feels too much, you can do 4 or 3. And the most important thing is you're making the inhale and exhale even. Samavriti, even waves. So this also is making prana, the incoming breath, and apana, exhaling breath, the same. Take a little more time with that. Just very steady, the slight pause at the top and the bottom. And then take a moment to just sit quietly, allow the breath to move on its own, and just observe. So it has been demonstrated that when the inhale and exhale are same, conscious, slow breathing, that it creates a coherence in the electromagnetic fields of the brain and the heart. Of course, the yogis knew this as well. And they even had a word for subatomic particles, anu. Okay, so now we're going to just gently move into the humming. It can be more gentle, it can be a little louder if the mind's busy, but just do it in a way that really feels good, like a deep, long you pull the belly in and just think of it like cleansing, clearing out any stress. And then you take a breath in and go again, and we'll just do this for a couple minutes. Very good for the vagus nerve, pineal gland, pituitary. And then just allow yourself to move now slowly into a little silence. Remember, you're always connected to Source. And just moving, flowing toward your center in deep communion, connection. To the spiritual heart, perhaps. Relax your eyes, relax your brain. Relax all the senses, the ears, tongue against the upper palate. And just for these few moments, concentrate deeply on your center. Feel yourself connected to the heart of the universe, to the heart of the earth. Just staying present into your experience. Relaxed, spacious awareness. Meditation is communion with Source, with Spirit. becoming this as part of your most natural consciousness and state. Freedom in unity. Just allowing the physical body to adjust when it needs to. Dharana means concentration, deep one-pointedness. Merging back into the space of the heart. The timeless teaching of all the great masters, Christ, Buddha, Krishna, all the great teachers that remind us of the heart, that we are a family. So please cultivate in your own way this deepening compassion, empathy, kindness, strength, courage of the heart. That little seed of divine love in your heart. And we send our prayers and blessings out and within. And may the wind carry our prayers wherever they need to go, just like the great prayer flags from the great prayer wheel of the heart to all places. Loka samasta sukhino samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The connection of your inner teacher, guides, gurus, Great Spirit, Great Mother, we offer our prayers. We pray for peace, joining our hearts and voices with all those holding a space of peace now on the earth. Great Mother, inspire the hearts of the leaders with peace, with love. Inspire the hearts and minds of all the people to see their true connection with each other, with the earth, with the Creator. Om Mani Padme Hum. Shalom. Salaam. Amen. Om Shanti. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Aloha in Lak'ech, Alaken. Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha. So Ganesha, remover of obstacles, great wisdom mind of the divine. Sharanam, to take refuge, shelter. So support each other in just clearing the path. Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesha Sharanam Ganesha. Om Gam, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Peace to all. Peace to life, life to all, love, love to all, joy, joy to all, peace to all, life to all, love to all, joy to all, peace to me, peace to me, life to me, love to me, joy to you, peace to you, life to you, love to you, joy to you. Ganesha, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha. Feel it in your heart. So wishing you a blessed day today. Health, peace, prosperity, the healing power of positive energy. Prayers to all relations, the animals and the plants. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gratitude. Yoga on Friday for the Patreon community. So Sangha group will be back sometime soon. I don't know when. But blessings to everyone. And in the Soul Sangha group, I invite you, everyone, to just share your spiritual love and inspiration. That's what it was originally intended for, as a place for everyone to share. And many of you are, so thank you. And be well, breathe deep, and stay strong. Stay healthy. Namaste.